Hi my babies, hi, and welcome back to another Sunday in Mimosa. Today's Sunday in Mimosa is what it feels like to be saved by a fallen angel. So apparently my ex-fiance wanted to keep tabs to make sure I wasn't cheating with him though. He kept him on his Facebook, so he found out when Shani Poo came back, and he was like, he hit me up one night. He had left out, and he hit me up one night. He was like, I got a surprise for you. I was like, what? He was like, Shani Poo over here. I was like, what? So he knew he was coming back, and I didn't. He was like, yeah, come over here, come see Shani Poo. I was like, what? And I'm like, why would he let me do that for? I go over there, Shani Poo over there booed up with his new girlfriend, who could not stand me. Who could not stand me. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing to that girl. I don't understand why she can't stand me for shit. But they all booed up and cuddled up, trying to make me jealous and shit. I was like, oh, hi, how you doing? He was like, I'm good. I'm like, how you been? He's like, I've been good. I'm like, that's what's up. And we just standing there looking at each other. And I'm like, okay, yeah, well, it was good seeing you. Okay, it was good seeing you. And that gave my ex-fiance satisfaction. He felt good. He felt like he was back in control of the situation again. Back in control of me. And Shani Poo was hurt because I didn't know the man wanted a relationship. If he would have communicated that, okay, yang energy, communicate. If he would have communicated what he wanted, he would have got it. And it's been like that with a few situations with men I dated. If they would have communicated that's what they wanted to be exclusive, they were serious, they probably would have got a whole hell of a lot more from me. Okay, yang energy. Let's work on the communication, boo. All right? So some months later, he contacted me and he was in a panic. He was like, Nina, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm checking on you. Are you okay? He's like, I'm worried about you. Are you okay? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Yes, I'm okay. Kind of find out my ex-fiance set him up and told him something had happened to me, and he's hitting me up and he checking on me. And my ex-fiance got mad because I took a few days to tell him about it. He said, I told that nigga to hit you up. What took you so long to tell me? And that was a whole nother argument. Because by that time, my ex-fiance had moved to Richmond. So we were in a long distance relationship, but that nigga was already cheating in Richmond. And he was trying to basically throw something at me, an excuse to be able to break up. So it was some years later, and he hit me up randomly to tell me, yeah, I just left Virginia. Because he had moved back home. And he just hit me up. He was like, yeah, I just left Virginia. Just hitting you up to let you know I just left 757. I'm like, why would you do that for? But I don't think he thought I was going to hit him back, and he was shocked. I don't think he thought I wanted to talk to him because that's probably what my ex-fiance told him. But no, I did. I never wanted to cut him off. But we ended up falling off again. I was mad at him. Like, why you ain't tell me that? And it was some years. And we ended up getting back in contact right before I graduated. Because when I got arrested, that's around the time I got caught cheating, I was starting college and looking for a job. And we got back in contact about 2.5, 3 years later. And that's around the time I was graduating from college the first time. And, we was just catching up and stuff. And, hey, remember this and hey, remember that. Because at this point in time, me and my ex-fiance were broken up. I was like, yeah, I remember this. And we ended up, catching feelings for each other. Well, I ended up catching feelings. His feelings never left for me. And so we started talking. And he stayed with his two of his little brothers. And, I fucked with them along with. Those my babies. Those my babies. Like, we would be laughing. We'd be popping shit to each other. I'm like, who you talking to like that, Kwame? Okay? And, like, mind you, they from the boot. They from Louisiana. Like, yo, when I say they good people, man, they is good people, yo. That's also how I became a little Boosie fan, too. Because, like, the debate was Wayne versus Boosie. I'm like, I'm going to have to go with Wayne. Like, the only thing Boosie I know is stuff they play on the radio. Like, I never heard none of his other stuff. And I'm like, why would anybody... And, like, no offense, because I love me some Boosie down. Y'all know I do. But I'm going to be honest. I was like, why would anybody want to really, like, listen to Boosie seriously? Like, he a commercial artist, basically. And they're like, what? What? And they're like, nah. And they sent me a song. Well, Shani Poo told me a song. He was like, I said, well, tell me a Boosie song to go listen to. He said, go listen to Betrayed. I want to listen to Betrayed. I've been a Boosie fan ever since, baby. You can't tell me shit about Boosie, okay? You can't tell me shit about Boosie. That's my boo, Boosie boo. Okay, Boosie badass. That's my boo. Okay? So Shani Poo the one that put me on the Boosie. So shout out to Shani Poo for that. So like I said, we started talking, and he wanted to move way faster than I did. Like, I wanted to reconnect. Like, I was trying to heal from my ex-fiance. Like, I wasn't too sure about a relationship because I didn't want to be controlled, and that's why I run from relationships. I don't want to be controlled. Unless that man gonna allow me to be me, I don't want to be in that relationship. If I can't trust you, we can't communicate, I don't want to be in that relationship. You don't know how to respect me, be faithful, I don't want to be in that relationship. So I was fucked up. So yeah, relationship wasn't on the table for me with anybody at that point in time. But he was trying to move too fast, and I didn't realize he had still loved me, and that's why he was trying to move fast. And he ended up randomly sending me a dick pic one night. And yeah, Nina don't like dick pics. Nina don't like dick pics. There's only one dick pic I have gotten that I actually like. Nina don't like dick pics. Yeah. And so we ended up falling off because that shit turned me off. And I was disappointed in him because I thought he respected me more than that. And I understand he didn't mean no harm, but he was trying to express to me how he felt. Because we long distance, and he was trying to express to me how he felt. But yeah, that won't the way. That won't the way. So we kind of went through this pattern where we would relink for like a few months, and then we would go without talking, and not because we had issues with each other, just life was lifing. And before we have fell off, before he had sent me that dick pic, his brother had got arrested, and his brother got arrested for singing a Boosie song, "Fuck the Police." I believe that he said that's the name of the song. And the police of course was walking by, and yeah, they arrested him for that. They did. They picked with him and they arrested him for singing Boosie. Right. And so I ended up writing a poem called Society, and it is inspired by his brother. Because that was some bullshit, and they held him for days, weeks, and they act like they didn't want to bail him out, and like it was just a hot mess. And Shawnee Pooh, he upset and he stressed out because like that's one of his favorite siblings at the point in time. And like he in there and the police trying to fuck with him, and like it was just fucked up, yo. It was just fucked up, and that shit pissed me off. And I wrote a poem called Society. So my ex-fiance had set him up again. And Shawnee Pooh hit me up. He was like, basically, he up to his same old tricks again. I said, what you mean? And like he hit me up asking me questions and this, that, and the third. And then it's like he turned around, my ex-fiance turned around and inboxed me too. He was like, yeah, how your boo Shawnee Pooh and da 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 da. I'm like, nigga, why is you worried? Okay, what is you worried about? We not together. You have no say so. You done had a whole nother child with somebody else. You have no say so. So I got mad at him because he came back to the 757 again and didn't tell me until after he left. And I didn't realize he's scared to see me again. Like he wants to see me, but he's scared to see me again. Right. And so he did end up getting a girlfriend, and I was cool with her, and she loved me, but she didn't know she ain't know that part about the cheating. And okay, she ain't know that part. Okay, she ain't know none of that. She just knew we was really good friends, and I was somebody who was there for him through some stuff, and who loved him through and through. And so because of that, she fucked with me, she said. But honey, she was a handful herself. But I liked her. I liked her more than he liked her. Okay, I liked her more than he liked her. But they came on my Facebook Live one night. And like we was having some interesting conversation. He said something to me. He said, you out here protesting against the police and this, that, and the third, and you doing poems, and like basically you Sister Soldier out here. You Asada Shakur out here. He said, but you put your life on the line, you lose your life. He said, is any of your followers gonna stand up for you and protest for you? I said, they probably not. He said, then chill out, basically. He was like, it's okay to fight for it. He said, but don't fight for it to the point where you lose your life behind it. When I say that man always pouring into me, yo, cause he right. He right. I learned the hard way, didn't I? When I was homeless, we ended up relinking again. And that's around the time when I was depressed and suicidal. And so he was actually gonna fly me out to the NOLA for the weekend. Like just to get me away from like Virginia and stuff. And I was going to go, but he got mad because my ex-best friend came. Like, I didn't know he still liked me like that. And he got mad because my ex-best friend came and picked me up. And that's when I went on a road trip with my ex-best friend. And we only made it to Jersey. And he don't understand. That's just my friend. Like, it's never been sexual between us. And that insecurity kicked in. And he should have told me. And he didn't. And it ends up into an argument. And now Nina not going to the NOLA. Nah, enjoy your friend and da. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas really gotta communicate. You want me, you better be okay, be open and communicate. I'm not no fucking mind reader, yo. Like, tell me how you feel, I can work with it. But stop being scared to communicate. Damn, like That shit kill a relationship every fucking time. A connection or bond every fucking time, yo. Cause you want to suppress shit cause you still living in your past. And now you got me living in my past cause you still living in your past. And I'm triggered cause you living in your past. You understand? Like, we gotta break that cycle, yo. So, like, we ended up getting past that. But we ended up getting into another argument. But that time, it was more my fault than his fault. Because that's when I had got sexually assaulted by my physical therapist, masseuse. And I got completely triggered off. And yeah, I was just a ticking time bomb. I was a Tasmanian devil. I was difficult with everybody at that point in time. Cause my PTSD had kicked the fuck up. Cause a professional done sexually assaulted me. Like, it really fucked me up really bad, yo. Because I was taking African American literature and reading all these stories about black women and slaves getting raped and this, that, and the third and molested. And then the first time I get sexually assaulted by somebody that is white is when I'm taking African American literature. So that's another trigger on top of another trigger. Like, it was bad, and I had a horrible down spiral. I was suicidal for months. I was suicidal for 2 months. I had a horrible down spiral, and a few people ended up catching it. Now, Shiny Poo didn't catch it that bad, but I ain't had no patience, though. And we ended up getting in an argument, but he was in the wrong in the argument because he didn't let me finish. He was asking me what was going on. I was trying to tell him, but he wouldn't let me finish the story because he kept interjecting and giving me feedback before he heard the whole story. And that shit irks the fuck out of me. And I got irritated. I was like, yo, let me finish the story, yo, before you start judging and shit. And that's what we ended up getting in an argument with, because that was the trigger for me. People judging me and not giving me a chance. And so we stopped speaking for a little bit, and it was like a week later, I wake up to $100 Cash App from Shiny Poo. I already knew what that meant. I'm sorry. So we relinked again in 2023, and he kept trying to come see me. But he adopted a baby, he had a girlfriend, and he also bought a house. And I could tell his girlfriend didn't like me. Because anytime he would talk to me, he always go to his man cave and he always excited to talk to me, and he probably don't show that much. I'm not exaggerating. He probably don't show that much excitement because we've had conversations. And yeah. So he was going through a lot spiritually. And I told him about my products, and he asked me to give him a list of my products. And when I did, it came up to $100, and he kept trying to go back and forth. He picked another argument. Also, he was supposed to come see me within a month time. And see, I didn't pick up on this. Every time we post the link, it's like he picks an argument about something. I didn't realize he's nervous to see me again. But, cause I mean, he done gained weight and stuff, but that ain't gonna change. Like, you my friend, or if I fuck with you like that, like, that's not gonna change how I feel about you, cause you gain weight, baby. Okay, I love you if your hair turns gray. And I still love you if you gain a little weight, okay? Just as long as your love don't change, alright? That's all I care about, alright? Shout out to Music Soul Child, though. But yeah, he wanted to keep going back and forth. And like I said, he was supposed to come see me. So I didn't pick up on that pattern until I did the Sunday in Mimosa. Every time we supposed to see each other, he picks an argument, and then he came to the 757 twice and didn't tell me until after he left. He got brothers and stuff out here too, because they were in the Navy as well, and they decided to stay here. So he comes see his brother sometime. And yeah, he won't tell me till after he left because he's scared to see me. I didn't realize that till I did the Sunday Mimosa. This is why they're good and healthy for me, okay? Ain't nobody stuck in the past, baby. We healing. Change your perspective, baby. Work on you. Stop projecting on me, okay? But yeah, he want to keep going back and forth. And he was mad because he really, and I'm not exaggerating, y'all, we had a conversation. He really wanted me to be there. He didn't just want to come visit me. Like, he wanted me to be there. Because this man actually told me one time, Nina, if I buy you a ticket to come see me, he said, I'm buying a one-way ticket. I'm like, what about Marley? What about it? We'll take care of all of that. It's a one-way ticket, though. I'm like, yo. Like, yeah, he didn't play about the kid. And the main reason why we ended up falling off, because, like, well, it wasn't the main reason. I started falling back from him Because I'm like, yo, you got a baby, a house, you got a girl. Cause even though they adopted the baby, still it's a baby, it's an infant. And I'm like, why you don't marry that lady? He said, I'm waiting for you. And that's when I started realizing he's still in love with me. And I'm not exaggerating. A few people, yo. It's a few people. Like, we end up in that predicament. It's like they're dating other people. We not together. We ain't fucking with each other no more. And they're dating other people, but they still comparing to me, or they're waiting for me. And I feel like that's unfair to them, and that's also unfair to the people that they dating. But it's also unfair to me too, because you putting expectations on me that you didn't even communicate. You know, it's just a hot mess all around. Communicate, please, people. Okay, gracious. But the main reason we ended up falling off from each other, is because he was having spiritual attacks, this, that, and the third, and basically he was getting attacked by demons. And I'm like, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that. And that's why he was asking me about products and stuff. But I guess he started realizing Nina really don't want to be with me. Like, she really just want to be my friend. I'm really friends on. And he started getting an attitude with me again. He was like, you know what? I decided I don't want to get rid of the demons. I'm going to keep the demons. You going to keep the demons? Oh, no, baby. You can't be around me. Okay, baby. You can't be around me. You going to keep the demons? He said he didn't want to get rid of the demons. He said he would rather keep them. And he was upset with me because he wanted to be, and that's when I started realizing we can't be connected to each other anymore, because you need to heal and you need to live forward, and you can't hold on to me and what it was. Because if you wanted a relationship with me, you should have told me that back then, because you would have probably got it, boo. And this is why the lesson is, it's important to communicate. And also, when God is showing you a sign, pay attention to it. Like I told y'all, I don't cheat. That's the only person I cheated with, the only relationship I cheated in the only time frame I cheated. Even when I talk to somebody, I'm just focused on that. I'm not dealing with other people. When I stepped out of my character, that was God letting me know, child, you need to get out of this relationship. He done almost had a baby on me. He done disappeared for 3 weeks. Oh, you don't want to listen? Boom, we get arrested. We get arrested a month after I got caught cheating. Me cheating was God's last straw, trying to tell me, get out this relationship. You're doing something that you know you normally would not do. And I did not listen. I was not obedient. And then boom, I ended up getting arrested. Even though some people, they may be hard to understand. They may be a amazing person for you in the time frame and the phase of your life that you in. But that don't mean you gotta hold on to them forever, baby. I said think about it. Love you, babies. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Mwah.